What's going on, my beautiful souls? Welcome to Elevate TV, where we are transcending and elevating our minds and our lives to magnificence. I'm your host, Trimise Valentine, and today we're touching on the topic of really understanding that we're creators. We're here to curate and really take control of our lives. And what's been passed down to us is the notion and the belief that we're just here to follow the footsteps of everybody else, be a carbon copy of everybody else. You know, like we have really been fooled into believing and thinking everybody should be the same, into really feeling like, you got to do things a certain way and move in a certain way. Have you really sat and really noticed that, like, the fact that we have this web of being connected by the phones and social media, we have been fooled into being a carbon copy, like being cloned into doing everything the same. Like, I remember, like, back in 2000, like early 2000s, we were told that, they're making clones and shit, but in reality, like, we're the fucking clones. We're programmed to think in the same way of everybody else, like by the media, by the government, by the people who put out this entertainment into the world. Like, we have been programmed to really think in the same way, but we were put on this earth to curate and be creators of our own life and really find peace and happiness within that. I'm starting to really love Palo Santos, by the way. Like, it clears low vibe energy and brings in abundance and the negative low energy. Just smells so good and just refreshes my mind, like how I feel. I have a whole bag, but I'm just now starting to really like this shit, and I just love it. But like, it's a remedy for pain, inflammation, and stress. So I have really found that it really does, like, bring like this calmness over me, and it just infuses the space with blessings and pure energy and abundance. But anyways, like, we're here to create, we're here to curate and be individuals and really see and love our life for what it is, and stop being a carbon copy of the next person. It's the phone, the computer that we have is for us to be connected, not to be a carbon copy of the next person and think and feel the same way. Like, we got to stop shaming one another and making people feel less than. I feel like the people who shame and make people feel less than aren't really happy with themselves, and they feel less than themselves, so they gotta make the next person feel less than, But when we really start to get quiet and dig deep within ourselves and see the habits, like in our reactions, in our actions, that really don't serve us, and once we really start to dig deep and look within ourselves and really move forward towards the life that we truly desire, instead of going after the homogenistic ways of society that has been passed down to us, and let go of that shit and start looking within and moving towards the way that we were meant to individually, and start accepting people for what they are and for how they want to be. And as long as they're not hurting anybody and being foul in the way that they move day to day, then there's nothing for us to shame people about. There's nothing for us to bring drama into the situation for. There's nothing to bring animosity to the table for. Like, find the happiness within you and give other people that, because I truly wholeheartedly feel like if a person is truly happy and within themselves in their life, they're not gonna want to spread hate and all that unnecessary low vibe negative shit drama into other people's lives, because that's essentially tearing away their happiness and their joy and their love and their heart that they have. Like, if you're truly happy, you're not going to want to do that. You're going to want to spread the light and the joy that you have within yourself to other people. You know what I'm saying? So everybody who is essentially dogging other people, they're not truly happy within. And if it does come to that situation of people being negative towards you, don't take it personal, because they're not happy with themselves. You know, most people don't examine their own life because they blame external circumstances or other people for their unhappiness. And doing that, blaming external circumstances for your misery and negative occurrences is an illusion. It's like blaming other people and not taking responsibility for your own happiness. What we experience in this life is according to karma. Karma is what you give is what you get. So it's nothing outside of you that is making you live the life that you essentially don't want, that is making you live an unhappy life. It's nothing outside of you, but everything has to do with everything within you. Take responsibility and stop giving that power away, saying that it's somebody or some other circumstances outside of you that is making you live this life, is making you feel this way. You're giving your power away. You're not being the creator that you were meant to be. Instead, you're being a slave to something outside of you. Instead, you're giving your power away. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we have to learn to take responsibility and be genuinely curious and interested in our own lives and observe in our own life in order to be liberated from it. The fire of self-knowledge burns all karma to ashes. And that is Krishna Gita. I love that quote. The fire of self-knowledge burns all karma to ashes. So look within and curate the positive karma into your life. Because karma isn't all bad. You know, karma is just karma, just like everything else. Like, there is no such thing as bad or good. It just is. It's just the low energy and higher vibrational energy. The good and the bad is just a human constructive thing for us to really try to comprehend in our human brain what it is. But karma is just karma. So if you want something better out of life, look within. Get to know yourself. Get to know how you're responding and how you're acting and how you're being in your everyday life towards yourself and to other people. Speak love and light to yourself. And the more you continue to do that, even in unfortunate circumstances, that's when you need it the most, to speak love and light into yourself. The more you do that, the more self-knowledge that you become aware of how you're being, and the more you can see what needs to change. The more you can see how your karma is being returned unto you, as within, so without. That is some psychological shit. Like, you really have to understand you're the creator. You're the curator of your experiences. How you perceive things. How you perceive the way your life is up to you. we can have the same experience, but perceive the experience in a different way. We can be brother and sister, grow up in the same household, and have the same unfortunate shit life. And one of us can be a druggie and going down a downward spiral, and the other can use those unfortunate situations as power and motivation to create and curate a better life for themselves. So it's all about perspective. It's all about the way that you choose to look at things and the way that you choose to feel and take action. Like I said, curate the life that you truly want, because that's what we're here for. We're not here to be a carbon copy of the next person and do things the same way. Like, school has taught us that. Being in public schools, like, that is the main being in public schools, like, that is the main reason why I will not send my kids to a public school, because they just teach you to be a carbon copy of the next person. They're not teaching us to be curators and creators and imaginative. They just want you to raise your hand. Can I go to the bathroom? Like, what type of shit is that? Can I go to the bathroom? There's only one answer for a question. Like, there's no one right answer. There's millions of ways to do everything. And for some reason, we have come to this, we have been brainwashed into thinking that it's only one way to do everything, but that is not the case. And it's time for us as a society to really take control, take the reins back on our own lives, and move how we want to move, as long as it's through love, because that's the only way to really ascend and let go of the unfortunate karma that we have been living. Like, that's what we're here for, to love and to grow and to really ascend. Otherwise, we're just going to keep perpetuating this same unfortunate shit. Like, the wars, like, what is it helping? The fighting, it's not helping anything. We have been going at this for decades and ages, and it's not helping anything. And nobody seems to really want to change it. They probably do, but they're too scared, because the elites have put so much fear into our minds. The government has governed our mental into so much fear. But it's time for us to have our own government over our own lives and our own mental state. You feel me? Like, it's a control thing, and we have to take control back of our own lives, in our own communities, in our own families. Like, that's the only way for us to really ascend as a whole, as a unit. Like, we are all here from one. We stem from one fucking thing, and they have fooled us into thinking that we're all separate just because we have different skin, we have different hair, we have different lives, we grew up in different parts of the world, so we should be separate. But that's not the case. This should be a whole fucking melting pot of one big feasty delicious meal, like, for us to just enjoy and feel good about. This ain't it. The way that the world is right now is not it. And I know that, I feel it. It's changing. And the more that people like me, and the more the people like you, and who are really awakening to their spiritual essence, the more we will evolve. I know you're a part of it, because you wouldn't be on this channel right now. So I commend you. It takes courage to let go of the mundane shit society that we have been brainwashed into thinking that this is how we should live. It fucking takes courage. So I commend you. I commend myself. Like, it's not easy, but it's a great way to live, because you're finding more happiness and more happiness every day. You're being more fulfilled every day. I know I am. Like, it's liberating. It's liberating to become more conscious of how I'm living and the way that I move into where I'm going. So with that being said, to move away from the homogenistic ways of society, the mundane life of just working a 9 to 5 and giving our life away to money, to somebody else's company that really doesn't give a shit about us, to get away from that, I encourage you to really write down in detail what it is that you want for yourself. Write down in detail what it is that you want for yourself, for your relationships, um, for your career, for your life in general, for your health, the type of wealth that you want, like what it is that you want in detail. Because as a man thinketh, so is he. And in the Bible, like, I'm not really religious, but for people who are, it says in Habakkuk, in Habakkuk 2, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, and it will not tarry. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. What that means is, write that shit down in detail. And even when things seem uncertain, even when things seem to go wrong, keep the faith. Because if it's in your heart, it's already yours. So is your faith more than your fear? Because the more faith you have, the better it is for you. And even if you don't believe in the Bible, and you believe in spirituality, and you believe in source, and you believe in the universe, like, the type of energy that you put out is what you get back. You feel me? Like, it's all one and the same, but it says it differently. Even if you read the Quran or whatever, like, it's all one and the same, but it says it differently. So the energy that you put out is what you get back. The vibrational frequencies that you move on every day is what the universe will return back to you, because that's the energy that you're putting out. You feel me? Like, the universal law of attraction is what frequency you're vibrating on. Like attracts like. It's going to flow based on your magnetic energy from your thoughts, your feelings, your sensations, your belief. We manifest our reality by how we feel on the internal, our subconscious mind. So it's all one and the same, it's just in different wording. So assume that the life that you desire is already yours. Have faith in that desire that you truly want, despite things that are happening that may seem unfortunate. In those situations is when you need to remind yourself of what you wrote down. That's when you need to affirm it even more. That's when you need to be thankful for your situation and where you're going. Imagine what it would be like to have it and love it consistently. Like, know that it's yours. The law of harvest, what you reap is what you sow. That's basically what I just read in Habakkuk 2. Write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. What you reap is what you sow. Plant love, you'll get love. Plant strawberries, you'll get strawberries. Nurture what you plant and make a decision to plant it. The best seeds for yourself. Keep the faith. I'm telling you, man, we've been fooled. We have been fooled, but we don't have to be a fool forever. It's our choice to make a move, make a difference in our life. And it's not easy, but it's possible. It's very fucking possible. The more that you take steps towards your true desires and what you have written down based off of the desires that you want for yourself, the best version of yourself, your higher self, your best self, your magnificent self, your godlike self, the best version of you. Make a plan based off of who that person is. Whatever it may be, you know deep down in your core who that person is. Like I said, everybody is different. We're not a carbon copy of anybody. That's the old life. Create a new identity for you. The identity that you oh so desire. That's the new you. You don't have to be the same forever. Who said that? That's not true. Whoever said that is not true. It's bullshit, okay? We're not meant to be the same forever. We're meant to grow and ascend and gain knowledge and love and bring peace amongst ourselves and into the world. And being the same, that does not equate that at all. We've been growing since before we got here, since before we got to this planet Earth. And we came here through the womb to experience and love. And we're not going to conquer that by being in the same mindset as everybody else, in the same mundane 9 to 5, in the same creating the same actions as the same scenarios every day, but in a slightly different way. That's not how it's going to happen. How it's going to happen is if you find the courage within and use that fear and doubt as fuel to your desires. I'm telling you, stay focused on your desires and stop focusing on what the past might have done to you, and really hone in and be thankful for where you are, thankful for your realizations, thankful for your experiences, because they got you to where you are now. Yeah, we all been through some shit. I'm telling you, we all been through some shit. I didn't have the greatest life growing up. We all been through some shit. A lot of family addiction and abuse and not knowing how to deal with feelings and bring in isolation and suppressing and cancer and all this shit, like death, like killing, shooting, like it's we all been through shit. That's my personal life, just me. Like really, we all been through some shit, but it doesn't have to. The past does not have to define you. It doesn't. I realized that a few years ago. Like I was in the dumps, like just drifting away, and I just one day I just realized, like, bro, like what am I doing? Like this is not it. And I've always known deep down, like I'm here for more. But I don't know, one day something just snapped in me. Like I can't do this anymore. I cannot. Like I was always on the edge of really being and growing my own individual way, but I would always be pulled back into the homogenistic societal mundane ways, like just. But it has never been it for me, and I can't no longer make any excuses for the past, but I can be aware of where I am now and where I'm going, and use that shit as fuel and forgive the past. Yeah, I'm not forgiving the past for anybody but for me, because I can't take flight with a whole bunch of baggage on myself. You know what I mean? You cannot soar with so much baggage. You cannot elevate and propel yourself without forgiving the past. Like I said, it has nothing to do with anybody but me. You don't have to converse with the people from your past if you don't want to, or agree with what took place. But on an energetic process, on an energetic level, forgive past with yourself. It doesn't have, you don't even have to talk to the other people or go back. Do it with yourself in the privacy of your own room and home, energetically, because otherwise you're just going to keep perpetuating those same feelings and being stuck in the same cycle that you really truly don't want to be in. Do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. And if you do have the notion or the will to speak to whoever it is, then do so, but out of love, out of true compassion, not with animosity and anger. Like, really speak from the heart, because that's the only way that you can really heal, speaking from the heart. Yeah, cry, whatever, but don't chastise. There's nothing to chastise and blame anybody for. Like, everybody has their own things to learn in this life, and you learned what you learned and they learned what they learned. Either they have or they will, but shit, it's not up to you to decide and to condemn anybody. You don't want anybody condemning you, so why do it to somebody else? Like I said, law of karma. What is your karma? Don't worry about anybody else, but what is your karma? Create good karma for you. Create the higher frequency karma for you and your life and the people around you that you love, and the type of life that you want to live. I'm telling you, man, no need to compare or anything. Live the life that you want to live and spread love and find peace within yourself. And just 100%, like I said, have a plan. Create a new plan, create new habits based off of the desired person that you want to be for yourself. And take aligned action, not just take action like blindly. Take aligned action. If you feel within that this is something for you to do, like on a day-to-day basis, like taking action, then take that aligned action. But don't just blindly take action just because. Like, we're getting away from that. That's the societal homogenous ways that you have to work for you to get something. No, we're taking action, and everything will be attracted and allowed into your life based off of the aligned action that you are taking and how you feel. You can actually make money sitting on your ass if you believe that. You can attract and allow whatever it is into your life so easily if you start to believe that. Life does not have to be hard. Making money does not have to be hard. Finding a great relationship does not have to be hard. But it's all about what you believe to be true for yourself. So speak life and love into yourself, into everything around you. Start to say that everything is working out for the best, because everything comes back tenfold. Maybe not from the specific person, but source always provides one way or another. So if you believe that something isn't going to happen, then it's going to make that a reality for you. It's not going to happen. But if you continue to rewire your brain, rewire the neuroplasticity in your brain, we can truly rewire our brain by repetition, by affirmations, by really meditating on what it is, the vision that we want for ourselves, the life that we want for ourselves. We really can rewire our brain to allow and attract the greatness into our life easily. So if you want to make 10,000 a week easily, you have to believe that that's true for you, that that's possible for you, because many people do. Why? Because they believe that it's true for them and it's possible for them. And what's possible for one is possible for all, because we are no different from anybody else. It's just a matter of what we believe. We all stemmed from one atom. Adam or Adam and Eve, whatever. We all stem from one speck of atom, one speck of dust. We're here as one, and we grew and grew and grew and grew. We're bro, it took billions of years for you to get here. Think about the generations of people back in your family. Like, we all stemmed from one atom. It took billions of years for you to get here. And it's not by mistake. It's not for you to be following the next person. It's for you to really find your true happiness and peace. Honestly, for you to enjoy this life. This is a fucking gift. Not everybody gets to live on this beautiful earth and see the magnificent, the miraculousness of Mother Nature. Not everybody gets to see this shit. Not every soul does. And you came here for a reason. So go after that reason with courage. Little by little, even if you go full force, whatever, just go after it. Follow your higher self and your purpose, man. Truly. Follow your higher self and your purpose. And you will be rewarded. Source, God, Allah, Buddha, Jah, whatever, will reward you, because that's what we're here for, to follow our soul's true purpose. And only you know your purpose. So whatever anybody says around you, bringing doubt, like, don't let the right hand know what the left hand is doing, especially if you know that the left hand is gonna bring that fear upon you and those doubts. Until it's solidified. Then tell the left hand what the right hand doing. And if you feel in your heart that you need to let the left hand know, then do that. But if it comes to the point of them really trying to hold you back, they don't need to be in your life. I don't know if that's forever, but they don't need to be in your life right then. Like, it's not good for the soul, especially if your will isn't as strong as it needs to be for you to keep going, and you don't have that full courage to keep going. Do not let anybody dampen your desire, the courage that you have to move on with your life, to create something new in your life. It's not their desire, it's not their dream to understand. It's given to you for a reason. You feel me? It was given to you for a reason. So if we all have the one said entity inside of us that makes us all entangled and connected in some way, we're all powerful. We're all connected to power. So that means you are powerful. God is you and you are God. Know that. Really understand that. Know that you are God, not in no cocky, egotistical way, but as a way of really, like, I'm always supported. I'm always guided. I know I'm loved because God is within me. And God is what? Love. God is love. And you are meant to love. You are meant to curate the life and enjoy the one that you were meant to live. I really don't have it figured out as to why the world and the people who are higher up has portrayed. Oh, I think I do know. Like, they're siphoning our power. They're siphoning our power for them to feel more powerful than all. But once we really wake up to that, they will become powerless because we are no longer listening to them. We are no longer giving our power away. We are no longer being fooled. So really, they don't have any power because they're siphoning our own power that the world, has. Hmm. The the people who are so in power right now is like the I don't even want to say the Illuminati because the Illuminati is illumination. Like, and I am illuminated. We are illuminated. Like, I don't even believe in that shit. But the people who are in quote unquote power would be like people in the government. Not so to speak the government, because not all of them are really, wow, I can't think of that family's name. But they're like mafia dudes. But anyway, to move forward in your life, have acceptance, realize, and continually redirect your attention to what you desire. So accept where you are at, because you can't resist and accept at the same time. That's like the antidote. Like, accepting is the antidote of resistance. So we have to accept where we are at, what the everything that takes place, accept it and appreciate it, and know that things are always getting better no matter the circumstances. We're not accumulating the energy of what's taking place, but we're redirecting our energy towards greatness, and to get this situation out of the way, like redirecting it to get out of the way of our own minds and really giving ourselves more love in those situations. Does that make sense? Like, accept the worst case scenario and no longer feed into it with the energy of resistance. Like, just complete acceptance. Like, in whatever you fear, like, accept the worst case scenario. Like, really, what's the worst that can go wrong? Think about it. What's the worst that can go wrong? And are you still going to be able to live? Are you still going to be surviving? Are you still going to be able to move forward once the worst that can happen happens? Like, accept that, because that's the only way that you can really move forward. So instead of resisting what can go wrong, accept it, because you know that you're always going to be all right. You know that you're always going to be supported. You know that you're always going to, at the end of the day, be good in some way, shape, or form. It's always going to be all right. And realize that the unfavorable event could be a blessing in disguise. Like, uh, this might seem like very far fetched, but like, say you're in a relationship and you had, say you're in like an abusive relationship, a relationship you know you're not supposed to be in, you end up getting pregnant. You have the baby. If you have that baby and you know you're not supposed to be in this relationship, like, the baby passes away. That baby has given you so much love and awareness to, like, know that you don't need to be with this person anymore. Like, that baby has given you an out, has given you the courage to get out of that relationship, because otherwise you would have been stuck with this motherfucker for the rest of your life, one way or another, whether you were together or not, like you would have been tied to this person for the rest of your life. But that baby passed away for a reason. You feel me? Like, not everything is always bad. Look at everything as a blessing. You know, how can this be an advantage to me? Realize that and continually redirect your attention to what's desired. Just choose what you desire and you'll be unstoppable. You'll be unfuckwittable. You will be true fucking power. You will be true dominance. Like, there's no stopping you if you continually to redirect your attention to what you desire. Honestly, instead of thinking like, why does this always happen to me? Like, man, I can never get ahead. Like, bruh, things are happening for you for a reason. Things aren't happening to you. Things are happening for you for a reason. Know that you're always guided and protected. Everything's getting better and better for you. Things are getting easier for you. I'm seeing the opportunities for me. And even though that this opportunity didn't work out, I know that there's a better one waiting for me around the corner. No means next opportunity. You feel me? Like, there is no such thing as failure. Hone in and take care of your own energy. I'm telling you, once you take care of your own energy, you will see how powerful you are. Instead of giving your power away, saying things always happening to you, like, that is the old you. We're creating a new, honestly. So with that being said, know that everything you touch transmute into an asset for your benefit. Everything you touch, everything you think of transmutes into an asset for your benefit. Everything is always working out for you. Like, have pure positive energy for everything. Honestly, like, it might sound cliche, but why have the choice? Why continue to think down a negative path when you can think positive? Like, what is it really? What has thinking negative done for you? Except bring more doubt, bring more fear, bring more anxiety. Change it up. Change it up. When you notice yourself going down a negative path, change it up. Think positive. Feel positivity in your mind, in your heart. Feel that shit emotionally, deep down, emotionally. Feel it. Feel it. Feel your desires. Feel your desires emotionally. Visualize your desires. Meditate on your desires. Affirm your desires. And feel it emotionally. Just like you feel emotionally negative things, feel positively your desires and where you are headed. Honestly, it's all about feeling. Life is a feeling journey. So, with that being said, peace. I love you. Love yourself and go your own way. Create your own path, my friend, because that's where it's at. Peace.